what's up everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Adam Ivel. I do car videos, reviews, all that stupid malarkey sort of stuff. I don't really have like a one point to this channel anymore, and I do a lot of different stuff, but today you are joining me here. God, it's so hot in here, give me 1 second. Today you are joining me in my garage where most of the work goes down on the whips, and the story today is about me and this Nissan S15 and how today was the most Monday of Mondays ever. Let me start this story yesterday. So we're flying back to Sunday. This is my daily driven Volkswagen Touareg. Now this thing, I bought it when everyone was telling me, no, they're troublesome, blah, blah, blah. It's been a Touareg the whole time I've owned this car. It's a great car, but it's given me lots and lots of problems. Driving it along yesterday, and as I accelerated, I get a... And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, ah, shit. Drove it some more, I was like, maybe it'll just fix itself. You know, sometimes cars just fix itself. This did not fix itself at all. It got worse to the point where I couldn't really drive it. And I dropped it off to the garage I bought it from. They are fantastic there. They have looked after me so much, and they are continuing to now, even with the issue. They're fixing it, even though it's out of warranty. They're going to sort me out a deal on it, which I am grateful for. We get to today, and we get to why I was using my Nissan S15. Now, some people will be like, oh, you've got the if you know, obviously I'm not assuming you do, I have a BMW M3 as well, which I love. I love that car, and it's like probably out of all my cars, that's the one I treat the best. So this gets the most money spent on it on parts. The M3 gets the most care taken after it, if that makes any form of sense. So I have a general rule that the dog does not go in the M3. The dog, my Dalmatian, does not get to go in the M3. It's a limited edition, so it's got like the special stitching and stuff in the seats. And I just don't want my dog hairs in that car. I like having a car that's just mine. So I have no issues with the dog going in the Silvia. It's always been like that. It's always been that way. I have no issues with my dog going in my Silvia. It works fine. The situation was, I was like, right, I'll take the Nissan to work. I've daily driven this Nissan before. It's a really, really nice car to drive. It might look a bit Nissan-y drift car, but overall, it's okay. I really like driving it. It's nice, it sounds cool, it's comfortable. So I'm just there driving along. I wasn't even speeding. I was just like, no, enjoying the car. And then
you Adam, yeah? Alright. Have you got a front number plate on this?
the geezer fucking come around the front of the car, looked at it, and then asked me, have you got a front number plate on? Obviously I haven't got a fucking front number plate on the fucking car, have I? I was like, no mate, I haven't got a front number plate. I was very polite. I've always learned that with the coppers, they can arrest you. Like, it doesn't matter what you are doing, they literally can just make up some bullshit and take you to fucking jail. Like, they can just be like, well, you were speeding and you were running drugs and shit, so fucking get in the back of the car. So I was just like, right, I'm gonna be as polite as I can, as non-confrontational as I can. And, well, I got out of the car. I had Finn with me, by the way. I have a Dalmatian called Finn, and he does not like the police. He was, that's the sort of noise he was making. I was like, fucking shut up, Finn. He didn't have a belt on either. I was like, oh no, please don't be another thing I can do me for. We have gone around the car, and he was like,
you haven't got a front number plate on, why?
So I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, shit. So I was like, maybe if I'm just honest, he'll let me go. So I said, I was drifting last Thursday, and the car can't fit on the trailer with the bumper on. So I just chucked it on last night really late, and I had to get it all to fit properly, which is true. I had to drill some holes to get the bumper to fit. And I just said, I just completely forgot to put the front plate on when I left, which it's true, I did forget to put the front plate on, but even if I'd have remembered, I wouldn't have put the front plate on. So I know I'm in the wrong. I should have a front registration plate on my car here in England. That is the law, you have to have a front number plate on. So I understand, and I was like, fuck it, if I just get a ticket for that, it's fucking, what, like £50? It's like a £50 fine and a slap on the wrist and put a front number plate on. But then the geezer did this. It was like that. It was literally like licking my rear number plate. Took my driver's license, and he started being really pedantic about this back plate. Now I think this back plate looks fine. You can simply see what that says. B16SUH. It looks like an OEM reg plate. It's bigger than a Japanese style one. I thought nothing of it. It's got all the proper marks and stuff on it. I didn't think there's anything wrong with it, right? This guy did not agree. He is not happy with that rear plate. And now he has a problem with me because he is instantly like, well,
You've got an illegal rear plate and now your front number plate's like, why are you trying to hide from the cameras? Why are you trying to do this?
And I said, with all due respect, dude, it's a drift car. I barely use it on the road. I said, you've literally got me today because my daily car has broken. And I'm using this because I don't put my dog in my other car that I have. This is literally the only one I can get to work and back in to earn myself my money. You know, I have to work. I can't just like not work to get money. It doesn't work that way, does it? So I was like, I'm just driving it to work and back. And then, oh fucking boy. He then decides to start looking around the whole car. He was like,
you know what, I need to double check all of this.
He goes,
I am not happy with how far your wheels stick out of your arches.
and I replied, well, they don't. Because to me, they don't. Like, they don't stick out of the arches. Like, I think they look fine. And not only that, the body kit protrudes wider than the wheels do. So I was like, I don't think they do stick out. I was like, look at the body kit. Like, and he was like,
that is not body work, that is bumpers.
That was what he said. That his exact words. But they're not bodywork, that's bumpers. He was like, you need wider arches on the back. To which I replied, stock body for life! I didn't really. But I do think stock body for life. I then had to sit through this grueling thing where he went around near enough the whole car. And I was shitting myself. So I dobbed myself in. I snitched on myself. I was like, before you look at the rear tyres, they are on the limit. I've got 2 new rear tyres in the boot. I was literally going to get them changed today. I've got them in there because I know they're not legal, really. Like, they're borderline legal. I think I'd get away with it, but I was panicking. And he was like, right, okay. And then he took heed on my front wheels. And he was like,
you've got stretch tyres on here.
This conversation, man. Right. This is what really gets me because, like, I understand that I have broken the law by not having a front reg plate on here. I'll hold my hands up, I know. Yes, my rear tyre tread is low, not illegal. Fine, I understand. But I don't like being told, this will happen, this will happen. It fucks me off when I only use this car to go sideways. Realistically, I just use this car to drift. Now, I've run these tyre sizes on these wheels for over 1.5 years now. Not these exact tyres, obviously, but I've had different ones, but I use these tyre sizes. I have only ever had 1 DB'd, and that was because the tyre was ripped before we put it on. Okay, so the tyre wasn't a safe tyre before we put it on, but we tried to glue it up and it didn't work. Every other tyre that's been on this car that is a proper tyre has never caused me a problem. And the only thing I do with this car is I chuck it sideways. I drive this car, back wheels point in the wrong direction. The conversation went,
your tyres will DB if you go around the corner. You could be going around the back lane and the tyre will come off and you will hit Mr. and Mrs. Smith and their family and murder their whole family.
And I said, nah. Nah. And he went,
yeah.
And then I was like, I ain't gonna win with PC henchboy over here. I should explain. He was fucking like, he was fucking hench, mate. He was a fucking big fella. He weren't tall. He was like this big, and you know, decent looking enough fella. 100% on roids. Just putting it out there. Maybe they should do a little drug test. You don't get fucking trapped like that without being on roids. I was just like, well, all right, copper. I don't, you know, hold my hands up, whatever, man. And then he went, do you know what? I need to check with the sergeant. And he started taking a load of photos of the car itself, and I jokingly around went, I'd have wiped it down if I knew someone was going to do a photo of it today. Maybe I should just keep my fucking mouth shut in the future. But he took photos of all the cars, and then moaned about the arches. He was like, you've cut away the arches to make the wheels fit. I went, no, that's because when I have it on full lock, we're going to be going about 70, 80 mile an hour, and I'm pure sending, and the car's leaned over a bit, the tyre might touch on transition. I said, that's the only time when the car is being driven legally on a track. And he went,
does your insurance make you use it as a track car?
And I was like, I don't know, why don't you ring them? I think so.
How can you think?
I was like, because I have so many fucking cars, fella, I don't know. I just insure the fucking things so I can drive them on the road without being harassed. And at this point, I was just literally just like, I was stood like this. I was like this, I was like, yeah. Because I know, like, fucking hell, man. If you're an arsehole with the police, they will be an arsehole back. If you're just nice to them or polite, they might let you off something. So, I soon realised, like, I'm getting points for something today. I was like, this guy is obviously out to give me something, like, because I have a fucking sick car. And I was like, well, okay, I understand, I'm probably gonna have to take a ticket. And I honestly was just praying that it was just for the number plates, because that's like what you can get away with the most. If you don't have number plates and stuff, it's kind of like a £50 fine, I think, and they kind of just give you a little slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. He decided to waste 2 hours of my day, prohibit the car, so I can't use it now until it's been rechecked over by an MOT station. And I want to read you exactly, if I can read his writing, exactly what I'm being done for. Okay, I took a photo because one of my, like I said, I should point out, a couple of my best friends are coppers. So I'm not like anti-police whatsoever. I'm anti-dickheads. And this guy, I feel like, became a bit of a dickhead. So I think he soon realised my number plate on the rear wasn't a problem because it had all the official marks and everything, and he was like,
you would have insisted that you
got this. I was like, dude, I just asked for a plate that was that size, so it fit the bumper. He has done me four wheels that protrude beyond the body of the car, and the tyres are not correct size for the wheels. The tyres are stretched beyond their normal limit to fit the rims, which is dangerous. He called them rims. That is dangerous as tendency to seal. Sorry, he's writing shite. And cause tyre, he spelled cause wrong. Cause tyre to come off rims at speed or hard corners. I have about 200 hours of driving footage of this car being driven the hardest you can literally drive it, like its limits, to the point where I have damaged the car from how hard I've been driving it, and I have no issues with the tyres, apart from that one time, like I said, when the tyre was fucked. Anyway, the tyre should not have been on the car. We were just trying to use it because we were being a bit pikey. That's the thing that bothers me. But I'm taking this on the chin, and I'm just gonna get this sorted, and I'm gonna get it back and get this piece of paper fucking stamped to say I can use my car again. I don't know whether I'm gonna use it on the road. Like, the thing is, like, I've driven this car around so much, and I've never had a problem with the tyres and stuff being on the car. Like, I think if I'd have just had a front plate on, all this could have been avoided. Or if my brain would have worked a bit better, and I hadn't just kept going to fucking Colchester, and I'd have just turned off. And I've lived around here my whole life. I know all these back roads, and I know how to get back to this exact spot from maybe about 7 different directions. So I was like, I could have just spun off, bought the car home, and just worked from home today. Because I was going to work from home today anyway. I was like, I've got some bits to do, but I just need my creative space for today. Because we're doing our new merch line, and I've got some sick ideas. And I was like, right, I want to try and put them into practice. But no, I decided I'm going to take my fucking Nissan to work today. Because I genuinely love driving this car. I love this car so much. Well, now I'm just like, well, can I risk this again? Like, it's given me 3 points and a £100 fine for these tyres and wheels. They're the only tyres and wheels I can run to fit this car. So now, if it's been a marked car or whatever, am I going to consistently get pulled over for this same problem? I don't want to get points on my license. I've got expensive cars that I have to insure, man. I've got an M3, and this thing isn't fucking cheap. I've also got that Civic that eventually I was going to put on the road, but I think now I'm just going to take these things to track days. I don't think it's worth me putting them on the road. Yeah, that's my story about how my car got prohibited. I got 3 points and a £100 fine. It's not clickbait, motherfuckers. I could say I got arrested, actually. So I do an Archie Hellman and just say I got arrested. Now we've spoke about why I got a ticket, let me talk about what has bothered me on this whole thing. So, this guy, henchman, preaches that safety, the car's dangerous. You could dangerous, it's dangerous. This motherfucker sat on my bumper for, I reckon, 6 miles. And I'm talking like no space. If I'd have had to slam on, I'd have had a Volvo inside this car. Volvo be this. This would be munched. This would be mush. That'd be like one of them lorries that hits you up the arse. So that really bugged me anyway. Number 2, I got to the Ipswich Road roundabout. Now this roundabout, there's like 2 roundabouts on the trot. This guy has just pulled out in front of a car to stay behind me. He has literally, a car, I'd gone round, like the roundabout, so I've gone round the roundabout, and a car has come out after, like come round me like that, and he jumped in front of it, causing them to slam on the roundabout. For what? He could have just waited. And then he obviously sped a lot, because this road has no turning around when we clocked eyes. We had a little moment, didn't we? He's obviously hooned it without his lights on. For what reason? Because I didn't have a front number plate on my car. not having a front plate, I was driving at the speed limit. I had my harness on, so it was all, I was locked in. I locked my phone away in the middle section, so I wasn't on my phone. This guy, this copper, has acted in this way while trying to promote, don't drive dangerously, your car is dangerous for the road. You fucking jumped out in a car roundabout. And then I had to leave the car in an estate in Colchester that I've never been to before. I don't know if it's good or not. I had to just leave it on the side of the road while I got my trailer and stuff, because they prohibited the vehicle. It meant I couldn't drive it. I had to go back home, get the trailer with the van, because the Volkswagen's fucking broken at the minute, and trailer it back home. I am very lucky that I have a trailer, because how much would that cost to be recovered, and how long would I have been waiting there for that? And then finding a trailer that can fit a low car on it. Like, I feel like I completely understand that this could have been avoided if I had a front number plate on my car. I hold my hands up to that. But I have a lot of people that have very expensive cars that don't run number plates, and they get away with it all the time. I 100% think I was profiled because I was wearing a hat and I drive a Japanese look at me car, as he called it. And I was like, dude, I don't even want to be driving this. This is my favourite toy. If someone like yourself jumped out of a roundabout and caused me to ride it off, I would be very angry. But with that, it does mean I have to get the car looked over, and then that means that all the little faults that are on it now will get put right. Now, the only thing I worry about is running these wheels in the future. Like, obviously I'd like to be able to take this car to shows and meets, but not if it means me getting a ticket. Now, I don't know whether I've just got done by a bit of a pedantic police officer that just wanted to give some tickets out today, because I know Paul Dolden, fellow YouTuber, he does car washing stuff. He rang me and he got done by the same copper today for dangerous driving, pulling out of a junction. So this guy, I think they must have a ticket quota that they're hitting, because they are just pulling over anybody in like a sport car or whatever, a tuned up car. Just keep your wits about you guys if you're from Colchester. Oh, I completely forgot as well. When he was walking around the car trying to find things for me to do me for, he moaned that my exhaust stuck out too much. I'm like, dude, come on, man, like, fucking hell. Yeah, I'm gutted, and I just got to work out where I go from here, like whether I do use it on the road still, or just get some 17-inch wheels maybe, and have it looking a bit shit. You know, like, I love how this thing looks, but if I can make it legal on the road, and then use these for drifting, I don't know, but I don't really want to have to buy wheels. I've just ordered a fucking shit ton of stuff for this again. So, I'm gonna have a think. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you've got any stories with the police where you feel they've been a bit unfair with you and your modified car, let me know. Before anybody goes, they should be doing something, but I got pulled over by traffic police. That is what they're there for. They're not there to stop robberies or stop children from getting fucked by adults, or, you know, or human trafficking, or, you know, people that are stabbing other people. They're not there for the important stuff. They are literally there to be the roided up angry guys at cool cars. So, my Nissan Silvia is now prohibited for the known future. I'm going to try and get it ready ASAP, just because I hate having stuff outstanding. So I'm going to do that hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to get it all sorted. So I'm basically going to nick loads of Morgan's parts to get it ready. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'd like to get the side repeaters working as well, to be honest, because yeah, he missed lots of stuff on this car. This is why I'm going to take on the chin. I'm not going to argue with the fella, because he could have done me for a lot more, I'm pretty sure. This car's fucking sick. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. There's going to be a drift video of me in this car very soon. It's not really much of a vlog. It's more of just like a lot of driving footage, because I really want to focus on my driving now. I'm kind of over opinions on the builds and shit. I've said that before. I just kind of want to get the cars done and actually get out and enjoy them how they were meant to be driven, not at 30 miles an hour getting pulled over because your wheels stick out of your arches by 0.2 of a millimeter. So I think, my dudes, I'm going to leave it there. If you are new here, please hit subscribe. We've got plenty more videos to come. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I know it's a bit of a story, but I've tried to make it as interesting as I can. And yeah, let me know your stories down below. Let me know your police stories, because I'm sure there's going to be a ton load worse than me. I really do feel like I got away with quite a lot today. Considering, you know, it could be worse. It could be much worse. I'll catch you guys very soon. I have to give a quick shout out to Thule, the company Thule. They sent me a load of cool shit, but because my Volkswagen's broke, I haven't been able to do a video on that yet. So I'm going to do like an honest owner's review of the Touareg not a proper one, it's going to be a jokey as fuck one. I'm going to do a bit of a skit in there for Thule, because they've been so kind to sponsor me and give me some of their amazing products that I wanted to demonstrate that to you guys, but I haven't been able to, and I have to just apologise to them for how long this is taking. So I'll see you guys again soon. Please make sure you stay subscribed, hit the little bell notification and get the little ringers on, so yeah, and go back and watch my last 2 videos, because I know you haven't watched them yet and they're fucking good. Guys, I'll see you later. Peace.